Thursday, look at Thursday. Ain't even Thursday, I'm rocking her mix.
All right. How do you check your car in the morning? Car, truck, SUV, to make sure that everything is pretty much maintenance or not needed to add any fluids and things like that. Yeah. It's a 2001 Ford Explorer Limited. We're in Brooklyn, New York. I had this a million times, just to reiterate it if you don't know, you know. All right, good morning, right? Well, good morning over here in New York right now. So last night I went to Staten Island, had a great time, and driving there, my car was great. And then as I came back, I felt like it didn't have a lot of power, and it kind of wasn't really driving how I was driving when I left to Staten Island. So I kind of took it easy, and then I just drove home. And then now, next morning, I kind of just drove it a little bit, and I remembered, I'm like, damn, I was driving bad last night. But it's not driving bad now. It just doesn't have a lot of power, which it normally does, right? So I said, let me check the fluids. So then I was like, let me open up the hood just to double check. And immediately, I see this, right? And if you squeeze it out, let me see that. You see the slit right there, the whole slit? There's a slit right on this. I'm not sure how that happened, but there's a slit. So anyways, that has to get replaced because I'm getting a coolant leak. So that's one problem. Instantly. Just found out, right? And then I'm losing coolant there. I look at my radiator coolant. Obviously it's low, but it's there. So we didn't lose everything, which is good. I kind of caught it. Perfect timing, right? Then I checked the transmission fluid, right? So the car is off right now. So the transmission fluid is full. It says it's full. Technically, you're supposed to run the car for 15 minutes or when it's hot, then check it. I'm not going to check it right now. I'm going to check it in a little while when I come back downstairs. But it's full right now. Pretty much when I turn the car on, it should drop even more. But if I check it and it's on the level, then the transmission fluid is fine. Transmission fluid burns sometimes. It could have a leak, but that's definitely not it. Had to do with the power. It wasn't the transmission. Right, so it's definitely the engine. And then what I know about cars is that oil changes are big when it comes to power in the engine, right? So check the oil. Oil stickers right there. I just checked it, and it says it's on the add mark. So I would have to add a quart maybe of oil into this engine, right? It could be my problem. Then I could check the air filter, all right? But I don't think that's the issue. That's the issue. I honestly think it just needs an oil change. Now I'm not even sure. I got this car. I'm not sure what oil they used to use. I want to check the manual. Maybe find the oil. It's not going to be here, but see, engine fails to start. Equipped with a fuel pump shut-off switch. Reset the switch may resolve the problem. Good to know. I didn't know that. But yeah, it's kind of dirty. It's the winter time or whatever. I'm not really stressing doing anything major right now. But off the rip, I can see I need a new hose, a new coolant hose. I need to add coolant. So I got a new hose. The fluid's gonna come out. I'm gonna add coolant here, and I'm gonna add it to the radiator. The radiator is probably low, if that's low, right? So I'm gonna get 2 gallons of coolant to add into there, and then What else? All right. Oh, and then the hose. So I guess I will go to AutoZone and take this hose off, I guess, and replace it right there. It's easy, pretty, 2 screws, 2 flathead screwdrivers, take them right out. So that's an easy fix. Possibly check the air filter. Oh, it should be 2 clips. See, so that's the filter right now. Pretty dirty. Ooh, look at that. So definitely needs a new air filter. And honestly, I could let it run right now without a filter, but let's just gonna replace that. Right, these are things that I didn't do originally. So air filter gotta get changed. And oil has to get changed. Alright. So I'm not sure if I should spend the time to do it right now or pay somebody else to do it. Because if I go to AutoZone, I could do everything, I guess, at AutoZone. Damn. And the oil filter's right there, so it's not that hard to get to. Also, when I got this truck, see this valve right there, that valve, it has a, oh wait, but that could be it too, because the valve has a leak on the side because it's all rusted. I gotta buy the new valve, but let me see it down here. Right, so that's all leaky right there, that's all bad. So I'm gonna buy a new valve. But before I buy this valve, that's actually not a hard job, it's just more extensive than everything else that I gotta do. I could just add oil and then buy the valve. Add oil today. Don't even do an oil change. Just need the filter. You know, that filter's probably done. And do the coolant. And check the transmission fluid. That's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna cost me some change anyways. But I get the point. So every morning, you know what I mean? Not even every morning, once a month I tell my friends, everybody, I was like, yo, check your car. And this is what I mean, you know? Check for things like that. I literally, it drives, you know, there's no problem with it. I just drove it, stat out and everything. It's just the fact that that's leaking is gonna cause everything else to overheat, the fans to work even harder. And then on top of it, it has low oil, which is making it hot, more hot. So, damn, hope I didn't break nothing. Y'all get the point, y'all. Check your cars in the morning. Make sure you warm it up. You know, I let the car warm for 15 minutes every day, 20 minutes before I take it on a drive. So, you know, definitely warm up your vehicles. Road. Yeah, warm your vehicles and you should be good. Should be good. You can catch problems quick. So that's gonna cost me about 40, 50 bucks, but it's fixed. As opposed to breaking down on me later. All right. Over here, AutoZone, y'all, decided to do the work today. I need an air filter, right? I need a oil filter, the oil. I actually need some wipers. I see they got a $15 gift card when you buy 2 Rain-X. Castro GTX $29.99, $25.99. So we might just go with all the deals that they got today just because I'm trying to save as much money as possible. I didn't expect to do anything on the car. When I opened it, I seen all that. Plus, I'm low on gas. I have to fill this bitch up. So we spending at least $100 right now for sure. But fuck it, gotta get it done. It's 10 in the morning. I got 3 hours before work, so I'm gonna invest 2 hours in the car real fast and then get myself to work and have a good day. So fucked up, y'all. My phone is dead. Got this regular To buy the oil. I just found out that 5W20 is the best one for that truck. And downloaded the owner's manual. So just looking for the best oil right now. So let's see. The Castro GTX $25.99. When you buy a convention, Castro GTX conventional motor oil. Yeah, 5W20, perfect. I fuck with my Valvoline. I always fuck with Valvoline. Valvoline is a good brand. But for $10 more, I don't know, I think I'm gonna try the Castro. Yeah, SUVs for $4, it's just perfect. So, I think I'm gonna try the Castro first. And then if I don't like how it feels, I'll go to Valvoline next, but I don't know. Valvoline's always been good on my Impala. We'll see, because then this one comes with a filter. This one don't, I don't think so. If this one don't, I'm gonna get this one for sure. So, gotta double check on that. Let's see. I see $20.99. I don't know. I don't see nothing about included. It says STP oil filter up to $4.99. Alright, y'all. This one too. STP filter up to $8.99. Okay. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I know a lot of y'all know how to use this joint. It's just not that hard. You first go with the brand and you find the year. See, it's 2001. You know? And then Ford Explorer. I mean a V8 5.0. And then all the letters and numbers, everything you need is right there for whichever one you want. Even your air filter, so I need an oil filter and an air filter. Let's get it. Even better deal, $26.99 for everything. It's lit for STP though. Told y'all, STP fucking spokesman right now. Walking out of the AutoZone with all this shit. I need a bag, I wasn't wasting my time. So, did some research while I was in there, and that's why it's good to get the circular. The circular is the flyer, guys, if you don't know. That's the circular. And the first thing I seen was, this is how they get you though. Might even get you. I'm explaining to you. First thing you see is Castro Edge, $33.99, and then it comes with the filter. So the filter is always the most basic filter, not the extended one. It's gonna last you 2 to 3 months. It says 5,000 miles, is bullshit. Probably 2,000 miles before it gets really fucked up. Probably 1,000. So you always go for the extended upgrade, just cause. But then they had the Castro GTX, which I always heard about as a kid. I never really used it on any of my cars. Remember, this is a truck, so they had it. They had the right oil, so I was gonna buy it. And it comes with the STP filter. Same thing for $28, $28.99. And then I go to get the air filter, because the air filter is $10. So get the air filter, and I see it says oil filter, air filter, and oil for $26.99. So I would have paid $28.99 just for the oil plus $10, $36, $38, $38.99 plus tax. All right, just to get the Castro GTX, but the same oil filter. Remember, you put good oil in, but you have a bad oil filter or a bullshit regular oil filter, it's not really gonna clean the oil as good anyways. You're still gonna have to get new oil. So that's one thing. So, and then STP oil, honestly, it's not that good of an oil. It has to be, it's good when you first put it in. About a month into it, you start feeling sluggish again. So everything I'm feeling right now, I should be feeling in a month. But this is a test. I'm testing this car. I'm gonna clean the engine right now, throw some brand new oil in it, let it run through 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and I should be buying the valve covers for this car. Once I buy those valve covers, I'm gonna have to open up the valve anyways. I'll replace the oil at that time again. And if I want, I could come back for the Valvoline or the Castro GTX, whichever one. I like Valvoline. I always like Valvoline. I ain't gonna lie to you. So honestly, it is what it is. So anyways, it came out to $26.99, $29 with tax. And then I have an AutoZone card, right? That's my gas. See, more gas. More money. So anyways, I have an AutoZone rewards card, and I use it all the time. So all of a sudden, I come, I give him the swipe, and he's like, "Oh, you got $20 in your card. You want to use rewards?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, of course." So I walked out of there spending $9.39 for an air filter. That's less than the air filter. Air filter is $9.99 alone. For an air filter, oil filter, and 5 gallons of oil for $9.39, right? So I'm paying $9.39 to give an oil change to this car, test everything. Remember, I said I was spending $100. I only spent $9.39 so far. When I fill up the tank is $50 anyways. So that's $59. That's $60. And they didn't have the coolant hose in this location. They said they don't have it here. They have it in a different location. So I'm gonna have to go to the other location later on today, and then I'll do the coolant for tomorrow. So I'm gonna try to do the oil change now and do the coolant tomorrow. Honestly, I think the coolant is more important than the oil change, but they both got to get done nonetheless. So let's get it done. Got 41 miles, which is like 10 miles. Look, check it out. You know what I mean? 520. Air filter, the oil filter. I can put the air filter in right now. I'm gonna do it, so that's quick, But so I was talking about, $26. I only spent $9. The receipt out, look. $9.39. Bro, let's go. So
I made it known though. When I find out who took my shit, I'm fighting.
yeah, and
Big, small,
they were there. They heard you.
Yeah, I made it known in there. Everybody's still quiet. Ain't nobody gonna say, yeah, I took it.
Yeah. It just sucks because then you try to be the savage and everybody's mad at you. I know what you mean.
Martinez was wrong. You just got him. Oh, but you going about it? No, I ain't going.
So it started snowing, so I ain't even gonna do this oil change today. I'll do it tomorrow. Filled that shit up though. $50. I told y'all. Right? So that's one thing. Filled up. Then I just spent another $5 on that jug because I'm not gonna do the oil change today. So I don't want nothing to happen to my engine. So I'm throwing this in the engine real quick. And then I'm on my way. I'm gonna turn this shit on and get out of here. But 5W20 is what the car gets, so And for this situation, it's pretty easy. The engine oil right here. All you're doing is dumping it in that. So I'm supposed to tell you the number, that cap right there. All right, so just dump it in. I'm not even gonna check it. And I'm only buying one. Stickers over there. I'm only buying one. I'm just putting it in just to make sure that, like I said, nothing happens. I'm gonna do the oil change tomorrow. So it's just one quart, $5. So $50, $5, $9 so far. And I still gotta buy the hose. I'm gonna do that tonight. So fuck, dropping shit. Make sure you put the oil cap on, clips. That'll be good. See, I left the key in the shit. Yeah, I did. So, nice full tank right now. Full tank. For now. Two major issues, right? So I didn't do the oil change, but I added the oil, so that's kind of done. That problem is done for now. I'm good for the day, but the coolant is my biggest issue. So as long as I got coolant in my reservoir, I should be good. But I know that the coolant is leaking from the radiator into the engine, so it's probably a lack of coolant from there. And the fans turn it on. I'm gonna go and buy the hose after this meeting, and then I'm gonna replace it. I'm gonna try to replace it tonight, if not tomorrow morning, as soon as I wake up, before I go anywhere. Alright, AutoZone again, man. Told ya. I had to get that the hoses, and so I got that. So the hose was actually $20, man. That shit was the most expensive piece today. $20. And then I bought 2 antifreezes, 2 gallons of antifreeze at $10 a pop. So it's $42. Wow, that's crazy. $42, $9, $5. And if it wasn't for the gas, I would have never went over 100. But I'm happy with that. I would have spent more. So with the oil and everything, I would have spent filter. I would have spent $30. I spent $9. So I saved $20, $21. So I would have went over about $21, $30. But I hit my mark, which I'm happy about. So that's pretty cool. I got all the parts though. It took me all day to do it. Obviously, it's getting dark, or it's dark. If I want, I could do it in the house, or honestly, I could just wait till tomorrow morning, because the car's gonna be cold, and then I'll be able to fill everything up. So I think that's my best bet. I mean, it's 5 o'clock right now. I could do it, but I don't plan on leaving my house tonight. So, just thinking. But even with this right here, this is Universal Mix 50/50. I believe this is the green one. This is the green one, and depending on the car that you have, certain fluids are not good for each car. I'm gonna print out the owner's manual on this one, because that's how I got the oil earlier. 5W20 for this truck. And also I learned something else too. So I go in the AutoZone, and he's doing so if they do 4-wheel drive, right? 4-wheel drive cars, it says Explorer 4-wheel. That's for any Explorer that's 6 cylinders and less. If it says all-wheel drive, it's the 8-cylinder one, which is the one I have. We was looking for the hose, and we couldn't find it. I was like, yo, they told me you got it over here. And I ended up seeing that it said D6, not 8. I was like, oh, that's the problem right there. He said, I was not even giving me the option to change it. So I said, oh, you gotta change probably the 4-wheel drive to all-wheel drive, AWD. He switched it and went directly to the 8-cylinder. He's like, see this shit? So we both learned something. It was cool. He's definitely a cool guy. Black guy too, right? He's speaking Spanish on the phone. So I'm like, oh, you from Panama? He's like, yeah. I'm like, that's the only time you hear a black guy speak some Spanish. And he starts laughing. It's just funny. It's true though. You know, either he's Dominican or he's Panamanian if he's black and speaking Spanish, man. But it's cool though. It's cool. So that was my day, man. That's how you check your car, you get it done or whatever. This is something simple, phone calls, but this is how you check your car, man. I tell all my friends, I say, yo guys, I was like, I gotta check it once a month. So every first of the month, every first week of the month, just when you warm up your car in the morning, turn that shit on. You know what I mean? Open up the hood. Make sure there's no leaks. You don't see any leaks. Let's make sure there's no weird colors. You know what I mean? Like, I'll open the hood up. Once I saw the orange, I knew that you're supposed to see orange on the outside. That's inside the engine. That's coolant. All right? Now, I don't even know if this is the orange fluid is the right one for this car. It could be the green one. I got to double check. But now, I just bought green, I believe. I'm not even sure what the AutoZone one is, green or orange. I'm not sure. It used to be orange, then it turned green. I don't know. So, now I put that in and I mix the green with the with the orange, and now the coolant got to get flushed. So yeah, you save money and you do it yourself here and there, but sometimes you have no choice but to spend a little bit of bread. So don't get me wrong, a coolant flush is like almost $200, let's say, probably $150, and I prefer to do it myself. Why? Because I know what type of coolant, how much coolant I'm putting in. A lot of these places they'll just refill it, they'll cap it off. So they'll drain the radiator and just refill it. And that's not cleaning the coolant. You got to change everything from the engine. So what you got to do is drain the radiator, flush all the coolant, fill it up. Drive it, flush all the coolant, fill it up with the right fluid all the time. And eventually you're going to see all that fluid turn orange or turn green completely. When you open up your cap, open your radiator, it should be one cool color. If it's not, you got to probably have to do a flush. So it's not hard. But in the winter months, especially in New York, it sucks doing it right now. You know, like today I didn't do the oil change because it got cold. It started snowing real quick, then it stopped. So, and it's supposed to be snowing tomorrow or raining. Hopefully neither one happens, you know, and then I can get through it. But good night.